Hey grade 10s, this is for my MIAP students. I'm giving a little ACC today on the homework from last week. So let's see if we've mastered these concepts here. Let me move that over a bit. And if you check the answer key and you got all the right answers, you don't need to watch this video. So this is just me making the answer key. And let's see if I can do this without goofing it up. First of all, I have to do it the way they say. It says substitution, so I got to use substitution. So let's see, what do I want to substitute here? You know what I notice is that this equation here, everything here is divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2, both sides of the equation, making it that. Then I am going to move this 3y by adding 3y to both sides of the equation. So now it's 3y plus 6. There we go. That's ripe for substitution. I'm going to replace this x with what that x is. So 3 times 3y plus 6 plus 4y equals 5. And then that's going to be 9y plus 18 plus 4y equals 5. 9y's and 4y's is 13y's. Then I'm going to minus 18 from both sides, which is minus 13. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 13, which is negative 1. Then I'm going to go up to this equation here and plug in that y is negative 1. So that's 3 times negative 1 plus 6, which is negative 3 plus 6, which is 3. So my answer, I think, is 3 comma negative 1. And I'll do a quick check on that by plugging that into here. So I'm supposed to do a verify. Sometimes I just call this check, but I'll call it verify because that's what they want me to do. And I'll just squeeze it in here. I should have given this more room. Let's see, verify. Which one should I pick? Okay, I use this equation, so I'll use that one for the verify. So 2 3's is 6 minus 6 times negative 1 has to equal 12. Is that a true statement? Yes, it is, because that's 6. Negative 6 plus times negative 1 is plus 6. And it's true. We got it. All right, next, if I'm going to do substitution on this one, I'm going to do this one more clever-like. I am going to actually substitute this entire thing. I'm going to move this 3x to the other side by minusing. So 4y is equal to minus 3x. So I can actually replace all of this 4y with 3x because it says here that that's what 4y equals. So x minus, and instead of 4y, I put negative 3x equals 16. This is uncomfortable. Let's get rid of minus minus. If you wanted to do that in one step, by all means, go ahead. And that's 4x equals 16, so x is equal to 4. And then if x is equal to 4, then 4y is equal to negative 3 times 4. So y would be equal to negative 3 when I divide both sides by 4. So that's my answer. My answer is 4 comma negative 3. Let's verify that that is correct by, let's see, I worked with this equation, so I'll go plug them into that equation. So 3 4's plus 4 negative 3's had better equal 0, and as you can see it does. 12 minus 12 is definitely 0. So we got this. All right, so there's substituting. Now let's use the add-subtract method, or as your textbook calls it, the elimination method. Let me sharpen my pencil here. All right. So what can we eliminate? Well, nothing eliminates just by adding and subtracting. But if I multiply this whole equation by 2, it becomes 4x minus 6y equals 2. And if I then subtract this entire equation, I will eliminate the x's. So 4x's minus 4x's is nothing. Careful here, negative 6y's minus negative 5y's is negative 1y's. And 2 minus negative 3 is 5. So y is equal to negative 5. All right, I will plug this negative 5 in where that x is. So 4 times negative 5. Oops, it's the y that I'm plugging in, not the x. That's a mistake. 4x's minus 5 times negative 5 equals negative 3. So that's 4x's plus 25 is equal to negative 3. So that's 4x's is equal to negative 28. Divide both sides by 4, and I get negative 7. So I have negative 7 comma negative 5. I think that's the answer. I used this equation primarily when I was doing that. So I'll use this one for a check. Sorry, I should have said verify. Same thing. 2 negative 7s minus 3 negative 5s had better equal 1. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. Negative 3 times negative 5 is plus 15, and you betcha we got it. All right, how am I going to do this one? Well, I think maybe, okay, this time, you know what, I don't feel like subtracting. You know, have you noticed subtracting, you get kind of extra negatives you got to kind of handle and deal with? I don't want to subtract, I want to add. So I'm going to multiply this equation by negative 2. And you'll see what that's going to give me. That's going to give me, first of all, I'll leave the first equation alone. And then this equation is now going to be negative 4x. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. I lost track of what I was thinking of here. Let me start that over. Now I got eraser shavings everywhere. Okay, this is the equation I'm going to times by negative 2. That's better. So that is going to equal negative 2x minus 4y equals negative 8. Now I can just plain old add this to the other equation, which notice I'm leaving alone, and that will eliminate my x's. So negative 2x plus 2x is nothing. Negative 4y plus 3y is negative y. Negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1. Divide both sides by negative 1. And there we go. Y is 1. So if y is 1, then x plus 2 1s had better equal 4. So x would be equal to 2. So I think the answer is 2, 1. And let's verify that that's true. Since I solved with this one, I'll use the other one. 2 2s plus 3 1s should equal 7, and yes it does. 4 plus 3 is in fact 7. So there we go. Done and done. Even though I did goof one up a little bit, but I kind of caught my mistake. Okay, so there you go. That's how I got the answer key if you're not able to get it for yourself. Thanks for watching.